Naya. Welcome back to Naya's Smile. Hey everybody, it's Naya. Welcome back to another vlog. So today's vlog actually isn't going to be a weekly vlog, it's just going to be a daily vlog. Anyways, so what have I read since the last vlog? So I have discovered one of my new favorite books of all times, and I feel like I say that in every video, but this is actually like a book that is on my top 10 list. Like I plan on already like getting a tattoo for this book. As you guys know, like I'm doing this thing where I like get tattoos for my favorite book. Anyways, like this book was so good and I wish like I had read it sooner. All of you guys were telling me to read it, and so finally I read it, and sadly I did not vlog it because I literally sat down, read this book in 8 hours, and then finished it. And I was just like, Vicious by V.E. Schwab, also known as Victoria Schwab, also known as like a godsend. This book, I don't know if you can tell, I annotated it a little bit, but I was just so into it, like I could not stop reading it, and so I just could not even pause to like highlight my favorite line. This book was so good, you guys. Oh my god, this book was like I can't even. I've read This Savage Song, I've read Our Dark Duet, which are both middle grade, or not middle grade, sorry, young adult, and then I've read A Darker Shade of Magic, and now this book here, oh, A Darker Shade of Magic, and then the second book in that series. So actually technically 5 books now, counting this one. And then I finally have read Vicious by V.E. Schwab, and Vengeful comes out so soon, you guys. I already have it pre-ordered, I'm like ready. I need that book so bad, and I want the new cover edition of Vicious now as well. For anyone who's wondering, Victoria Schwab, she goes by her like real name, Victoria Schwab, when she's writing young adult books, and then V.E. Schwab for all of her adult books. And her young adult books are fantastic, but her adult books are just, I don't want to tell you much about it. I just want to say, if you're someone who loves dark, gritty, like superhero versus like super villain books, I highly recommend this one. This book kind of has a sci-fi element to it, but the basic premise of the book is that these two best friends, these two guys, Eli and Victor, right? So they were like 2 peas in a pod in college until they decided to start experimenting for one of their class projects to give themselves powers, or like superpowers. So anyways, that's all I'm gonna tell you. If you want a dark, gritty, like real superhero, super villain book, highly recommend this one. Before I get into what I am reading today, today's video is so kindly sponsored by Scripts. Basically kind of like Audible, but way more affordable. They're a monthly subscription service that only costs $8.99 a month, and then you get access to an unlimited library of books, audiobooks, ebooks. It's insane. Highly recommend you check it out. They have a lot of new releases as well, which is something I feel like with a lot of subscription services, you know, sometimes they'll have an unlimited library, but they won't have like newer books. So I'm currently listening to the audiobook of Turtles All the Way Down today. That is the book that I decided to reread because it is, as you can see, one of my favorite books. I annotated it like crazy, but I wanted to really listen to the audiobook because a lot of people were recommending it. So I downloaded the audiobook, and the narrator is so good, you guys. It's this woman, and she has just like this, I don't know, entrancing voice. So I'm currently like halfway through listening to the audiobook for this one. So if you guys want to try it out, download an audiobook, an ebook, whatever, you can try it out for 30 days for free if you use the link that I have in the description box. So definitely take advantage of that if you guys want to listen to some books, read some books for free for a month. So the link will be down below. Thank you so much again. They're awesome. Like I said, I'm listening to the audiobook of Turtles All the Way Down right now, and it's like making me so nostalgic because I know what happens in the book, but just hearing it read aloud, it's just a totally different experience. You guys know, if you guys are like audiobook, if you guys are people who like go between audiobooks and like physical books and stuff like that. So anyways, thank you so much for subscribing. So I'm currently halfway through rereading Turtles All the Way Down, and it's honestly better the second time around because I don't know, like I highlighted all my favorite parts, so I know when there's gonna be a line coming up that's like, oh, like this is gonna be a good line. My other goal today is I want to finish Spectacle. So some of you might know I just picked up this graphic novel, and I'm so excited to read it, and I was just gonna wait and have this be like my airplane read, but I'm like, I'll probably finish this in like 15 minutes, like I don't even know. So I'm probably not the smartest book to bring on an airplane, so I plan on reading it today as well. The premise of this book is it follows a girl who she's working as an engineer for a circus, and her sister gets murdered, and she has to like solve the murder and like all of that kind of stuff, and her sister turns into a ghost. So it sounds super cool. Yeah, so I have my coffee here, and yeah, it's pretty early in the morning. It's only like 10 o'clock, so I'm just gonna read for like most of the day and see how it goes. So let's get a reading. Hey everyone, okay, so I decided to just dive straight into Spectacle because I don't know, I'm in the mood for like a graphic novel right now. But anyways, I just want to show you this really funny line. I'm on page 16, right? And so this girl, she has to go to this party that she doesn't want to go to, and the line right there says, I'll just stand here for 10 minutes to say I did, and then I can go back and read my book. Anyways, I just wanted to share that because I thought it was funny. But yeah, so I'm gonna go back to reading this. Okay, I finished it! Okay guys, so it is currently 1 p.m. I just finished Spectacle. I did take a break to get another cup of coffee, but I just finished Spectacle, and it like, this is always my dilemma with graphic novels, is that they just go by so fast, and then I'm like, and then I'm done. And then I'm just like, but it was fantastic. Okay, so like the plot line in this book is, I felt like I was following along on like a supernatural like circus edition of like CSI, but it was so cool and the artwork was so incredible. Guys, I want to show you, but I'm afraid I'll get in trouble if I like show you guys like too much of what's in here. But I would definitely give this probably a 9 out of 10. Like, I can't think of anything I didn't like about it. If anything, it's just I wish it was longer, but I know it's like a graphic novel, not like a novel. But it was fantastic, and the way it ended, like, I'm so excited. I'm about to go and follow Megan Rose Gedris, she's the author of this, on Instagram, and like find out if she has any other graphic novels out, because it was so good. And then like the main character, she has like curly hair, which is like a plus. Now I think I'm going to make some lunch and then probably listen to the audiobook of Turtles All the Way Down while I eat lunch. And then yeah, I made some, I don't know if you can see, some udon and some apples. But real quick, okay, so I was just like scrolling on Instagram. Tortine just posted this photo right here. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Can you see this? In an Absent Dream by Sheenan McGuire. This is Sheenan McGuire's next book. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Sheenan McGuire fan. Our Heart Adoe is like one of my favorite series of all times. I have read the first book twice, and I'm gonna do a reread soon. I have this book too that she also wrote that I haven't read yet, but all of her other books I have read. Beneath the Sugar Sky was the last book I read by her, and it was so good. Someone in the comments said, do we really have to wait 7 more months for this book? So I'm just, oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm gonna listen to Turtles All the Way Down on my audiobook app and eat this, and then yeah, we're gonna get back to reading and doing stuff. So yeah.
I texted Daisy the next morning while I was still in bed. Big news, call when you can. But I actually think upon close examination he is hot and in general quite charming.
Hey guys! So I'm currently, oh by the way, it's like 3 p.m. I'm currently on page 211 of Turtles All the Way Down, and I'm like, stop it, I was just like crying. I'm kind of tearing up because the certain scene in this book, I can't talk about. Basically, like, there's this one scene and I knew it was coming. And like I said, this is a reread for me, so I'm sorry, I'm just okay. But anyways, so I'm on page 210, and the character in this book, she's struggling with a mental illness throughout this whole book, and she kind of goes into this mental spiral. And it's so, like, when you're reading it, like, John Green's writing, like, he writes it to where it's like you feel like you're the character and like you're in her head and you're just like living, and you get so like sucked into the moment. And that's what I love and I hate about John Green, is he just like makes you feel like you're that person, you know what I mean? And I think that's just why his writing is so incredible, is because one, it's relatable, and two, it's like, even if it's something you haven't experienced, I'm sorry, when you read his books, it's like you're experiencing it. And anyway, so yeah, I'm on this page. I bookmarked, or not bookmarked, but I had sticky tabbed the page specifically with like a bright yellow sticky tab, so I would like know coming back to this book. But like, I'm just gonna read one line. It's not a spoiler or anything, or I don't know, it might be for some of you, but it's just one line thing. And she says, whoever is authoring me, let me out of this, anything to be out of this. But basically I highlighted it and put F-U-C-K like underneath that, the highlight of it, because it just was so, like, I remember when I first read it, I was even more like in tears of this, and it was such, like, that line always gets me because I can imagine John Green sitting down, and this book is very, I feel like, autoethnographic for him. So I can just imagine him sitting down and then just like typing that line, him as the author but also as the character, and it's just, oh, it just gets to me. All right, I will update you guys in a little bit. Okay. I finished it. So it is about 5 p.m. now. Last line of this book always gets me. Like, I reread the last chapter again after I first finished the book because I was just like, no, like when a book has just one of those endings, and I'm not gonna say what kind of endings because, like, for anyone who hasn't read the book, I'm not gonna spoil you, but yeah, basically it's just one of those endings where the author ends with a last line, like, out of, I'm gonna make a video one day of like all my favorite books or all my favorite last lines of books, because honestly I think Turtles All the Way Down has like one of the strongest last lines in a book. Yeah, it leaves you kind of messed up. So I don't know what I'm gonna do now because it's only 5 p.m. Maybe I'll just like end this vlog early. I don't know. Oh my god, I'm just thinking about the ending of the book. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take a break, watch some funny videos on the internet, and then see if I'm in the mood to read some more today. Yeah, okay, let's go. Okay guys, so I have cleaned up my face and I am back. But real quick, before I end this vlog, I wanted to show you guys, I remember in my last video, in my last vlog, I said that I was thinking of doing an ARC shelf, or basically like a shelf of just advanced reader copies. So I ended up finishing that ARC shelf, so I'm gonna give you guys a little quick tour. All of these books were advanced copies of books that came out before the book came out, and then I haven't read all of them, but some of them you guys, oops, sorry, I'm sitting on a yardstick. Let me just move that. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a little tour because I love it so much, and by some chance, like, they all ended up fitting perfectly on this bottom shelf, and then anything that was on this shelf I just bumped to that shelf up here. Here is the shelf. Da, 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 da. So I still have Gemina on here, which I read Illuminae, I think, like, I don't even know, was it like 2-3 years ago when it first came out, and I actually moderated a panel with Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, yeah. And then they ended up sending me an ARC of this book, which I still haven't read. Honestly, I feel like, before I read it, I feel like I definitely have to go back and read Illuminae because I don't remember anything. And I'm thinking, since I have like the 30-day membership with Scribd right now, I might listen to the audiobook of Illuminae because everyone said it's really, really good. But the thing is, like, Illuminae is such like a visual book, and you like have to like look at it because like the whole, it's like almost like artwork. It's almost like listening to a graphic novel instead of looking at it, in my opinion. Anyways, yeah, so I have Gemina on here, and then I have Heartless, another ARC. I've had this ARC for like, I don't even know how long. So I have this book, and then I also have Renegades. I think it's up here. Where is it? Oh yeah, Renegades, this other book. Those are the 2 books I'm behind on for Marissa Meyer's like books. Then I have Furyborn. I have an ARC of Furyborn, which is the fiction faction book of the month. So definitely read along. I'm gonna have like a full vlog for this book, and I actually have the finished copy that I'll be reading. And then I have Warcross. Oh my god. Okay, speaking of Warcross, you guys, the ARCs. Okay, I didn't go to BEA or BookCon, which I'm really bummed about because all my friends went. But anyways, so they were giving out ARCs of Wildcard, which is the 2nd book, and I was so, like, if there's one reason that I would have gone to BA, it would have been for an ARC of the 2nd book in this series. I'm like, might be sending an email to the publishing company being like, hey guys, like, I know you pretty much gave out all your ARCs at BEA, but your girl would really like an ARC. And then let's see, I have Arusha, an ARC of this book, as well as a finished copy. I don't know if I want to move this ARC though to my Rick Riordan shelf because yeah, I might do that, but I'll just leave it here for now. And then I have an arc of Monday's Not Coming, which I'm so excited to read. And then Never Always, or Always Never Yours. Oh my god, this book destroyed me. Eliza and Her Monsters, oh my god. And then The Lovely Reckless, another book that destroyed me. And then Cammie's new book that I just got, if you guys have seen in my previous vlog, Broken Beautiful Hearts, which I want to read this summer. And then I have Forest of a Thousand Lanterns. I'm really curious about this book. Let me know if any of you have read this book, because I've heard, I don't know, I feel like I've seen a lot of people who've gotten this book but just haven't reviewed it yet. So let me know what your thoughts are if you've read this book by Julia C. Dow. And then I have Witchmark by C.L. Polk. And then Nemesis, I've had this book forever. I think this is like one of the oldest arcs I have. Also, quick update. A lot of you guys were asking, like, Naya, what happened? Did you just stop reading the Outlander series? If you guys remember, I think, like, was it back in December? I was reading Dragonfly and Amber, which is the second book, which I'm still only halfway through. I do want to pick up Outlander again. I haven't watched any more of the TV series because, like I said, I'm not going to move forward with the TV series until I, like, finish at least the first 3 books. So I do plan on finishing them. I don't know, I'm just waiting, like, I don't know, I'm waiting for like my Outlander kick to come back. I read the first book so fast, it was absolutely amazing, but I don't know, I just haven't had the time to just sit down and binge read it, because I want to read it like ideally like over a weekend, like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just finish at least one of the books, at least the second book, and then yeah. But so far, like, Dragonfly and Amber is very political, in my opinion, compared to like the first book, so I think that's why it kind of like the pace slowed down a little bit. But everyone says get through the second book so that you can get to Voyager, which is the third book, and that's when like you'll like fall in love, because the third book's the best one. So we'll see how it goes. What book should I bring to Florida though? I don't know, there's so many like good books. I don't know, let's look, let me see. These are like new ones that I just got. Maybe I'll bring I got this book in my recent haul. I don't know if you guys saw, Carousel Beach. So maybe I should, I'm thinking like going contemporary for this trip and just bringing like a contemporary book, something like quick and easy. I don't know, maybe I'll, oh my god, maybe I'll finally read all the Crooked Saints. I've been waiting to read Maggie's new book. I think I might do Carousel Beach. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry this vlog was kind of short, and it only followed me during the day, but highly recommend Spectacle. That was like a really good, thank you Margot for sending me that graphic novel. But until next time, keep reading, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.